One of the most fun parts of modding is seeing what kind of weird or unexpected new features you can put in a game, whether they're actually a good idea or not. And today I'm going to show you how to make a change in Empire at War which you should absolutely not make in your own game. This is one we actually did in early versions of Thrawn's Revenge, though I don't think it ever made it to release: Friendly Fire. The way this was done is actually fairly simple. Empire at War allows you to connect scripts to most game objects, including projectiles, with which you can make a bunch of changes. So we're going to be creating a new script here by copying an existing one to save some time, and then stripping it down. Most game object scripts function off what are called states, so when the unit or object is in the middle of doing different things, it'll go to different sections of the script. We only need the script to worry about the initial state though, the way that it comes into the game, so we'll delete everything else. Then we'll make this object change affiliation to hostile, a faction that's functionally like any other faction, but it's only used to create a group that's, well, hostile to every other faction in the game. This is what something like Rancors or Tusken Raiders would be set to. Now with our script set up, we just need to add it to a projectile. We'll do this on bombing runs in Empire at War Expanded since that's something you can manually target yourself, making it really obvious what's happening. Here in modern Thrawn's Revenge projectile code, you can even see the commented out original friendly fire scripts from over 15 years ago. But as we get in game and line up all of our units, we can see one of the first major problems. Our bombers have blown up while trying to drop the bombs. Rather than being a moral judgment on bombing, this is because as the bombs exit the bays, they become hostile, collide with the unit, and then they blow up. In Empire at War, each unit has bones which mark firing points or where hardpoints attach, and then a collision mesh which is what the projectiles actually hit. Every weapon in the game has that attachment point and the firing point. Sometimes they can be the same point. For built-in weapons, the attachment point is just irrelevant and it just goes off the firing point. If the attachment point is not behind the collision mesh, then often units will try to target it and hit nothing. Usually there's no problem with a firing point being inside the collision mesh, but since we're making the projectiles hostile, these bombers are immediately blowing themselves up with their own bombs, so to fix this, we'll have to head back into the object script and tell the script to wait for 1/5 of a second using the sleep command. This should mean the projectile has 0.2 seconds to leave the unit's launchers without hitting itself, which should also hopefully be short enough that it'll properly trigger against other targets. If you do this too slowly, your projectile might hit a friendly unit, but because its affiliation hasn't changed yet, it won't do anything. It's kind of a hard balance to strike, but now we get to watch as our bombing runs devastate our own units once again, so remember to like and subscribe in memory of these units. This same script can be applied to any projectile, which we'll do now, although, especially in space, the 3D elements can make it hard to actually shoot your own ships, so we'll remove that delay and we can at least watch some ships try to shoot themselves. Though I think I was able to line this guy up to intercept some Star Destroyer shots. We code Thrawn's Revenge in Fall of the Republic with the same projectiles, so I can also just go into Fall of the Republic and watch these clone troopers show some great teamwork when attacking some droids. Ultimately, the main reason to not do this comes down to the AI and unit control. In a game where you can't make units move if they're going to hit terrain instead of their target, they won't show any mercy when it comes to their allies, and the AI will probably also just carpet bomb themselves. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.